Mark the date, August 12th, 2026. Most people think this is just a normal summer Wednesday. But inside the classified servers of NASA and the Pentagon, this date has a different name, Event Zero. For the last 4 years, you've felt it. The tension, the unexplained government spending, the weird movements of military assets. They told us it was inflation. They told us it was geopolitical posturing. But the truth is much simpler and much more terrifying. In 2019, a secret NASA probe detected a signal that shouldn't exist. It wasn't aliens. It was a ripple in the fabric of space-time itself, a gravitational tsunami, and it's going to hit Earth in August 2026. And for exactly 7 seconds, the fundamental force that holds you to this planet, gravity, will cease to exist. They call the preparation plan Project Anchor, and it has a budget of a staggering $98 billion, money that vanished from the public eye. And today, we're going to break down exactly what Project Anchor is, why they hid it from you, and what happens when the world floats.
Systems are failing. What's the status on Project Anchor? I don't know, Doctor. The readings are off the charts.
It started in late 2019. The Deep Space Climate Observatory picked up a gravitational wave anomaly originating from the merger of two supermassive black holes in the galaxy cluster Able 2261. Now, usually these waves are imperceptible by the time they reach Earth. We detect them with lasers, but we don't feel them. But this one was different. This was a solution wave, a focused beam of gravitational distortion. NASA calculations showed that when this wave passes through our solar system, it will temporarily neutralize the Earth's gravitational field. The math was checked and rechecked. The probability wasn't 1% or 10%. It was 94.7%. They knew exactly when it would hit. August 12th, 2026. The duration? 7 seconds. Now, 7 seconds doesn't sound like a long time, but imagine holding your breath for 7 seconds. Now, imagine the ocean holding its breath. When gravity turns off, the centrifugal force of the Earth's spin takes over. Everything not bolted down doesn't just float, it gets flung outwards. NASA realized they couldn't stop it. They could only survive it. That's when Project Anchor was born. You don't just hide a $98 billion project easily. You have to spread it out. You hide it in the defense budget. You hide it in the infrastructure bills, or, $400 toilet seats like Independence Day. So what is Project Anchor? It's not just one thing. It's a multi-pronged initiative to tether the most valuable assets of human civilization to the ground. Whistleblowers claim that since 2021, engineers have been installing maglock systems in key government bunkers. These are massive electromagnetic anchors designed to activate the moment the gravitational pulse hits, simulating artificial gravity to keep the president, the military command, and the elite from smashing into the ceiling. But that's just for them. What about us? The $98 billion also went into atmospheric retention protocols. See, if gravity turns off, the atmosphere could strip away into space. Project Anchor supposedly involves a network of satellites ready to deploy an ion shield to hold the air in for those critical 7 seconds. And have you noticed the sudden push for digital currency and the coin shortage? Well, that's Project Anchor too. Physical cash and gold are heavy. In a zero-G event, vaults become maracas. They are digitizing wealth so it doesn't float away. August 12th, 2026, 14:33 UTC. The first second will feel like a drop in your stomach, like a roller coaster cresting the hill. By second 3, you are floating. If you're outside, you're in trouble. The Earth spins at about 100,000 miles per hour, and without gravity, momentum will carry you upwards and eastwards. By second 5, the oceans no longer held down will rise. Not a wave, but a global lift. Millions of tons of water suspended in the air. Then comes second 8, the return. Gravity comes back instantly. This is the anchor snap. Everything that floated up comes crashing down with the force of a car wreck. The oceans, having lifted maybe 10 or 20 feet, slam back down into their basins, generating tsunamis that will wipe out every coastline on Earth. Survival depends on one thing: being low, being inside, and being strapped down. The elite in their mag-lock bunkers will be fine. The rest of us, we have to prepare now. Alright, let's take a breath. That was a terrifying story, wasn't it? The secret dates, the leaked billions, the physics of doom. It gets your heart racing. But here's the reality. None of that is true. There is no Project Anchor. NASA did not discover a gravitational pulse in 2019. The Earth will not lose gravity for 7 seconds on August 12, 2026. This entire narrative is a viral hoax that started on social media, specifically on TikTok and Instagram, around late 2024 and early 2025. It gained traction because it mixed very specific details like the $98 billion figure with a specific date and with a primal fear. So let's look at the science. Gravity isn't a power source that can be turned off like a light switch. Gravity is a result of mass bending space and time. For Earth to lose gravity, it would have to lose all of its mass instantly. If that happened, we wouldn't just float, we would cease to exist. And that date, August 12, 2026, well, something is happening then. A total solar eclipse will be visible over the Arctic, Greenland, and Spain. That's it. A shadow, not a gravity pulse. The hoaxers picked a real astronomical date to make their lie feel more grounded in reality. So why do these stories spread? Because they give us a sense of secret knowledge. Believing in Project Anchor makes you feel like you know something that the sheep don't. It explains why the world feels chaotic. The economy, the politics, it attributes it all to a master plan. But the truth is, the world is chaotic because it's complicated, not because there's a secret gravity switch. So when August 2026 comes around, don't strap yourself to the floor. Just go outside, put on some eclipse glasses, and enjoy the shadow of the moon. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to question everything, especially the things that scare you the most. Have a good day.